In the next 5 minutes, you will be given a choice that most people never consciously make, a choice that will silently determine whether the next 50 years of your life unfold in quiet desperation or deliberate triumph. Most people believe their future is shaped by luck, by talent, by the economy, or by forces beyond their control. They are wrong. Your future is being shaped right now, in this moment, by a pattern of thought you may not even know you are running. There is one decision, made once and reinforced daily, that separates those who accumulate wealth from those who merely survive. It is not a decision about money. It is a decision about identity. The principle is simple but rarely understood. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. Wealth does not come to those who wish for it, hope for it, or work blindly toward it. Wealth comes to those who first become the kind of person wealth naturally seeks, the person with a definite purpose, unshakable faith, and a mind trained to see opportunity where others see only obstacles. Most people drift through life reacting to circumstances, never realizing they have the power to create them. They think in terms of what they lack, what they fear, and what might go wrong, and so their outer world reflects exactly that: scarcity, anxiety, and limitation. But there exists another way. When you decide who you are becoming, and you fuse that decision with emotional conviction and daily mental discipline, you set into motion a force that rearranges reality itself. This is not mysticism. It is law. Here is the truth, written plainly. The individual who holds a clear image of their ideal self and who refuses to compromise that image regardless of present conditions will inevitably grow into that self, and the wealth, the relationships, and the circumstances that match it will follow. Or, said another way, your outer world is nothing more than a delayed reflection of your inner world. If you change the reflection, you must first change what stands before the mirror. Consider Margaret, a seamstress in a small industrial town. For 15 years, she mended uniforms in a cramped workshop, earning just enough to cover rent and groceries. She was skilled, reliable, and invisible. Her co-workers often complained about their wages, their hours, their lack of opportunity. Margaret listened, but said little. Inwardly, though, she felt the same quiet bitterness, the sense that life had assigned her a role and forgotten about her. One winter evening, after her supervisor dismissed her request for a modest raise without even looking up, Margaret walked home in silence. The cold bit at her hands. Her breath hung in the air. And somewhere between the factory gate and her front door, a thought arrived that would change everything. It was not a loud thought. It was calm, clear, and final. I have been waiting for someone to see my value, but no one will ever see it until I see it first. I will no longer be a seamstress who waits. I will become a woman who creates. That night, she did not complain to her family. She did not rehearse her grievances. Instead, she took a blank piece of paper and wrote a single sentence at the top. I am a designer and creator of garments that people desire and pay well for. She read that sentence aloud, slowly, and felt something shift inside her, not hope, but certainty. Every morning before work, and every night before sleep, she read it again. She began sketching designs in a notebook during lunch breaks. She studied fabric, proportion, and fit with the intensity of someone preparing for an exam. Within a year, she had created 3 original pieces and shown them to a small boutique owner in the next town. The owner ordered 5 more. Margaret did not quit her job immediately. She continued mending uniforms by day, but by night she was someone else, entirely a creator, a builder, a woman with a definite aim. Over the next decade, that aim grew into a modest but profitable business. By the time she turned 50, she employed 6 others and no longer worried about rent or raises. She had become the person she decided to be that cold winter evening. The turning point was not talent, capital, or a lucky break. It was a decision about identity, followed by daily reinforcement of that decision until her mind, her habits, and her circumstances had no choice but to align. You can make the same decision today in 5 minutes. Take a sheet of paper. At the top, write one sentence that describes not what you want, but who you are becoming. Not "I want financial freedom," but "I am a person who creates value that others willingly pay for." Not "I hope to be successful," but "I am disciplined, purposeful, and relentless in my growth." Write it in the present tense as if it is already true, because in the only realm that matters, the realm of thought, it is. Second, read that sentence aloud twice a day, every day, without exception. Let it become the lens through which you see yourself, your work, and your choices. Third, take one small action each day that a person of that identity would naturally take. Not grand gestures, small, consistent, deliberate acts that prove to yourself you are becoming that person. This is not visualization. This is self-construction. You are not imagining a better future. You are building a better self, and the future will have no choice but to match it. The next 50 years of your life will not be shaped by the world's economy, by your boss, or by chance. They will be shaped by the identity you choose today and the discipline with which you reinforce it tomorrow. Do not wait for conditions to improve. Do not wait for permission. Decide who you are becoming and begin becoming that person now. If you are ready to make this a practice, not just a moment, subscribe to this channel. Each video here is built not to entertain, but to remind you of the principles that rebuild lives. Let this be your weekly recalibration, a return to the person you decided to become. Subscribe and keep that decision alive.